thanks to the supporters of channel member Austin Hartman. Folks, I just wanted to start this episode by apologising completely off my own back, not because anybody connected with the football club is forcing me to, but apologising for my behaviour at the end of yesterday's episode. It wasn't professional. It wasn't becoming of what I hope to be as a manager of this fine football club. And yeah, I shouldn't walk out. It is not cool. I suspect part of it, though, is because we didn't hit 5,000 likes on yesterday's episode. So maybe if we do that today, I won't have to walk out again. I'm not saying they're related. Might have been, no. Who knows? Hello and welcome to part 5 of Non-League to Legend. I'm Kevin. Coming up on today's episode, we have our enormous, massive, probably biggest game in the club's history, FA Cup second round game at home against the McDongs. And we also face Bradford Park Avenue at home in the National League North as well. Since you were last with me, we've continued to be not very good at football. As you can see, lots of defeats. We did manage to sneak past Spennymoor in the FA Trophy. So we've got a potential FA Trophy run going as well. And we need it because this season is definitely a cup season. As you can see, we are well in this pack of teams that are miles behind the top 13. You know, you've got the big 6 in the Premier League. National League North has the big 13 who are all still within a shot of automatic promotion. You get to 14th place, it's a 7-point gap. We're in that group and we're not even top of that group. We're actually only 2 points above relegation at the moment, and we do need to sort out this league form soon. But for now, we're more concerned with the FA Cup. I have learned from the comments section that the furthest Leamington have ever got in the FA Cup, I don't know if it shows you in game, the furthest Leamington have ever got in the FA Cup is the second round, which it's not going to show us because it doesn't have that history in Football Manager. And it's only happened once. So this is equaling the best we've ever done as a football club. If we can somehow find a way to win over Milton Keynes, it'll be the greatest achievement in the history of the football club. They're struggling in League One. If ever there was a time to beat them, it would be now, but they are a League One team. That's adorable. They've got Peterborough on their rivals. See, this is my favourite thing. If you look at Peterborough's rival, whoever does the research for Posh, I'm a little bit embarrassed by that. Peterborough United researcher, get them off there. They are absolutely not our rivals. They think they are. We know they're not. They've clearly... I need to write a letter. I'm tempted to walk out again having seen that. That's embarrassing. Ugh. Right, let's go beat them. Oh, that's hideous. We have made another signing since the last episode as well. Keaton Ward is a young midfield player, has come in on loan from Mansfield for the rest of the season. I've not really figured out how to fit him in yet, because although he looks good, he wants to play roles I don't really want him to do. I don't want an attacking central midfielder or a Mazzala or a playmaker. I want him to kind of do the roles that I've already got, and he's not great at it. Maybe. Well, he might be. We need to give him time. I think we might have to reshuffle the midfield to fit him in. We've got to do something. We need more quality. Maybe we could play him as a playmaker and take Gittings out the side, maybe. We'll figure something out. But with him on the bench, the team is Weaver in goal, despite what happened yesterday. A back four of Edmondson, Dyche, Morrison and Meredith. Clark and Gittings in midfield. Turner and Mooney out wide. And then Fowler and Phillips up front. Biggest game in the club's history. Potential money spinner as well. There's money in just winning matches in the FA Cup, as we know, but there's big money if we manage to get through to the next round and get an away tie against a big club. It's almost certainly not going to happen. We're 4 divisions below Milton Keynes, but you never know. The magic of the cup. We'll keep going back to the magic of the cup. They've got Troy Parrott up front. That's hideous. I mean, how good is Troy Parrott in Football Manager? He's there in real life, I think, isn't he, Troy Parrott? I think I know that from my Twitch save with Peterborough, where I signed him. I think I brought him into Posh at Christmas of the first year after he'd been at McDongs for the first half of the season. And he was good for me in the Championship. So the fact they've got Troy Parrott means we're probably done here. Mo Isa as well, also formerly of Peterborough United, this time in real life, rather than just pretend like Troy Parrott is, because I've signed him on Twitch. But there is Parrott, and there is the first goal of the game. He's 10 for the season. And I mean, it's just a foregone conclusion, having seen that he's in the team. I don't really understand how they're down at 18th in League One with what must surely be the best striker in all of League One in their team. It's Oh, not like this. I can't cope with losing against this lot in this manner. How have we even managed a 0.01 XG? Was that just like, have they counted a goal kick as a shot? I don't know how you get XG that low, but we've managed it somehow. And what we've also managed to do is keep things fairly tight going into half-time. You never know. Stranger things have happened. Maybe we'll just put a replays in the FA Cup in the first season. I'm never sure. A replay away against McDonald's. I mean, they've got a big ground. Unfortunately, no one's ever in it. And if they are there, it's mostly kids who've been let in for free. So there's not much money involved, but it'd be nice to go to a big ground, even if it is always empty. Right. Kieran Phillips has picked up an injury. I think we leave him on for now because we don't really have an appropriate replacement for him. He seems to be doing okay. There you go. We should be able to nurse him through the rest of the match. A tight thigh. We'll take him off. In fact, we'll probably take him off now. I don't want to. Yeah, we'll take him off. Right, Anderson can come on VM. I think we're going to stick Anderson out onto the right wing and get Mooney up front. And we'll do that. And we're going to show some encouragement because we are still only 1-0 down. I was being negative when I saw Parrott, but he's actually done nothing other than score that goal. Parker can come on to play on that side. We're going to bring on Keaton Ward as well. He can come on for Gittings in there, and we might just let him do what he wants to do, push him forward as being an attacking central midfielder. We'll probably go attacking as well as part of it, and let's go and try and win the game. We've got 20 minutes to try and win the football match, or at least grab a goal. Whose goalkeeper? Is this ours or theirs? Why is it taking... It is Weaver. Took his time there, didn't he? I mean, that's a terrible goal kick. Can we just... Goalkeeper distribution, distribute to flanks. Now, here's me thinking distribute to flanks, he's going to aim at the wingers, not at the fullbacks. I mean, that didn't even get as far as the fullback. And you can see there, quite clear. I mean, I am red-green colourblind, so you're going to have to just trust me that I think that's... You can probably see colour. Don't worry about it, Kev. They can probably tell. The red there, over distribute to fullbacks, that's to indicate we don't want to distribute the ball to the fullbacks. But what Weaver's done there, I'm so cross with him. I thought I'd forgiven him from yesterday. I'm very cross at the moment because what he's done there is he's aimed at the fullback and missed. For goodness sake. For goodness sake, Jake. Oh, my word. We're going to concede a goal now off the back of it as well. Jake Weaver is on thin ice. If we can find anyone else who's got a pair of gloves, we've got a new goalkeeper coming in. Oh, my word. Right. Let's encourage him some more. I don't want to demand more. We've actually played really well against a team from a division above. And if we can stick this in the back of the net, maybe a replay, probably extra time, but maybe a replay. He's only gone and done it. Miles Edmondson, his first ever goal for Leamington. This game's on the telly. What a time to score your first ever goal for the club. What a free kick. Get this back. Get this back here. Like, hold on. Come on. Tactical changes. Let's pull him further back as well. He's going to have to play like that. Well, anything could happen now. It's probably going to be them scoring. I really hope this is a replay and not extra time because a replay is going to make us money, money, money. And we love money around these parts. But there is still a minute and a half to go and it's a ball over the top and Isa is in and Weaver always rated him, a full confidence in him there. Lovely goalkeeping, collects it up comfortably. Look at that for distribution as well. He's a very good goalkeeper, that boy. But Milton Keynes are coming back at us again, and it's Troy Parrott. It's only the second time we've seen anything of him in the entire match. Well, that was a terrible cross, wasn't it? Goodness me. Are we going to hold on here? 30 seconds to go. We're a better team than our league form indicates. Look, that's a much better goal kick this time. He can do it. He just didn't want to before. Anderson, okay. That's an example of one of those wayward passes when players start to get tired. It's probably what we saw from Parrott before as well, with his cross that went weird. Surely they're not going to make these boys go to extra time now. Maybe they're not going to have to. Parker playing it into Fowler. I think Fowler was offside there. He was. He should have been going for Mooney. And we have got the replay. We'll show you that now. In fact, before that, earning the replay means we are in the hat for the third round for the first time in the club's history. We're going to be able to see what prize is up for grabs. if we manage to find our way past Milton Keynes Dons. We're looking for an away game against a big Premier League team because of all the money. I mean, this would be perfect. Liverpool away. No. Peterborough away would be fun for me. It wouldn't make much money, but it would be fun. But Man United away would have been perfect. Anything big like that is what we're looking for. Are we ever going to come out of this hat? Norwich, Villa would be fine. West Ham would be fine. Even someone like Coventry would be okay. They're decent-sized stadiums. Probably get a few fans in. But FA Cup third round day. Are we ever coming out of this hat? Everton and Leeds. See, Chelsea would be good. No. Oh, not Cambridge. What a waste. There's no teams left in this hat. I mean, it's Birmingham, Sheffield Wednesday, Watford, and then us and McDonald's. So if we manage to make it past MK Dons, Birmingham away in the next round, which, I mean, it's going to earn us plenty of money because we're earning money as it stands. We're up to 58,000 now with the second leg still to come. I don't know what kind of attendances Milton Keynes have been getting this season. If we have a look at their schedule, what a waste of a football club. So, I mean, it's probably going to be more than a typical sellout home attendance would be for us, at least. Just got to go and beat them. Easy. We have a big problem in the league. Bradford, rock bottom, currently beating us 3-0 with 15 minutes to go. When you look at the match stats in a second, in fact, we can do it now. You'll see that we're actually ahead on XG. They've got an XG of 0.63 and they've scored 3 times. I know I keep going on about Weaver. I am starting to think he's the problem. They've finally gone ahead for XG, having got a good chance. But we're 4-0 down at home against a team that were rock bottom of the league and only had 6 points going into this match. I know we're being distracted by the cup run. This always happens in FM. But because the cup run's gone on for a while, we've gone from being up in around the top half of the table to we're probably going to be in the relegation zone any time now. We kind of need to get knocked out of the FA Cup, I think, or I'm going to get relegated and sacked. Now we go and play Milton Keynes again. Something for you naming the game channel members to keep an eye on. We've got a good goalkeeper coming through the youth system, apparently. Obviously, as soon as we know who he is, I'll post him up on the channel community page. And if you are a Name in the Game channel member, you can choose him as your Name in the Game new gen. We've also sold club legend James Mace. He's gone to St Albans. He asked to leave. He said he wanted a new challenge. St Albans, weirdly, have taken him in on a non-contract, despite the fact he was on a contract with us until the end of the season. So he's gone. And Jack Edwards is in a grumpy about it, which I can understand. It's a guy who's been here for a long time. We're struggling, and my solution has been to bin him off. But what it does do is, I mean, it doesn't actually create as much spare wage budget as I thought it would. Not ideal. We'll come up with a plan. It'll be fine. Right, tactically, we've decided to go right the way back to basics. Just a nice, boring non-league 4-4-2. Very, very minimal instructions. We just basically tried. We still want to play quite high tempo, but we're just going a little bit more direct. We're trying to win our set pieces. We've dropped the defensive line, the line of engagement back a little bit, and just trying to go as basic and simple and solid as possible in the hope that we become a little bit harder to break down. We just conceded 4 goals at home against Bradford Park Avenue. We've got to sort things out defensively before we worry about scoring goals again. Set piece, we might be able to grab the odd goal here and there on a set piece, as we saw with Edmonton in the last game. But what we can't, I mean, it counts for nothing if you're conceding 4 goals. The one thing that's making me think I might be overreacting a little bit is we generally are ahead on XG in most of these games, and we are going to be distracted by the cup run. I know that's a thing in Football Manager, but there's only so many matches in a row you can lose and say, yeah, but we were doing all right on XG before you just get fired. So we've got to change something. I had the dreaded inbox message about Chapman is unwilling to experiment, which is Football Manager code for you got to change the tactic now or else we're just going to make you keep on losing. So we've changed it as minimally as possible, but in a direction that hopefully will be positive towards helping us get a result out of a football match. That's the plan. Really disappointing to see how few people have turned up for this game. Less than 4,000 in attendance. I was disappointed when I saw they were only averaging about 6,000 this season, but for only 4,000 to have turned up, or 3,500, I know it said pre-match we were bringing 400. So there's less than 3,000 Milton Keynesians in the ground. Support your local football club. Oh, don't get me started. I mean, we are not losing yet. I would like that on record. We're approaching half-time. We're not yet losing. We're actually ahead on XG. We're playing quite well. Can you imagine if we were to pull off the unthinkable and make it into the third round of the FA Cup for the first time in our history whilst getting relegated? This could be the weirdest first season non-league to legend ever, where we have a great cup run, go down as one of the best managers in the history of the club, but get fired because we get relegated because it's all we were focused on all year. I don't know if that's probably not the best start to the series if I get fired, is it? I mean, I imagine some of you will absolutely love it. It's not been this hard at the start of non-league to legend since that year we started at Alfreton, and I ended up jumping ship at the end of the first season, jumping before I was pushed, and we moved down to Bath in the National League South and spent a couple of years there and kind of rebuilt the career from there. But I guess it's refreshing. After the last few years at Kings Lynn and Kettering, it's been very easy in the first season. It's not very easy this time. FM22, definitely not too easy. And this is being disallowed, right? I mean, I just carried on talking because I assumed it was being disallowed for offside. It looks like the goal stands. Oh, it's an own goal. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Well, oh, look how aimless we are. We're not a very good football team. Just aimlessly lumping it forward. I think we probably need to go a little bit more attacking now. We've got to try and get back into the game. We'll just go to a positive mentality. I'm not feeling very positive after some of the football I've seen lately from these boys. We need a new plan. We need some new players. We need to be able to clear out a few more. Now Mesa's gone, maybe that will lead to an exodus. If we can get rid of 4 or 5 of these old men that we've got knocking around the club and replace them with some youngsters, then I think we've got more of a chance. I'm not a leader of old men. It's never really been my forte. Oh, I'm so far outside of my comfort zone this season. And we're 2-0 down. And I think the FA Cup dream is over. We've had a lovely time, but the dream is over. Now we need to really focus back in on making sure we don't get relegated in the league, which is going to be... I don't want to walk out 2 episodes in a row. I'm not going to. Oh, goodness me. I'm sad now. Fowler can come on and play as a target man. Might as well even put him on attack. Dan Turner, as you would expect, not playing very well. But that's because he can't actually play left midfield because weird football manager things. He's natural on the left wing, ineffectual on the left midfield. How does that make any sense to anyone? Oh, this game's infuriating. Can he play left? I mean, see, he's a competent left midfielder, a natural left winger. Still makes no sense. We haven't really got anyone who's naturally left-sided, which is troublesome. Let's get Ward in the midfield as well. We can even let him go a bit more attacking like he wants to. This is starting to look a lot like my very first non-league to legend tactic. Those of you who were around 6 years ago, remember the Boston team, I think his name was Kyle Dixon. We basically had a midfield 4 where 3 of them were trash, but Dixon was great. And we had him in the middle as the attacking option, and everyone else was basically on support and defend instructions just to protect the back 4. And the one central midfielder was the guy we were pushing up to work with the attack, and it worked really well. We won the league. Maybe that's what we need to do. Maybe Ward is going to be the answer, charging forward from the centre of midfield like that. And we should probably see if it actually works in the match engine first. I mean, this was a long time ago that it was working. And Troy Parrott's not very good, is he? He looks like he's really struggling. Edmondson, weaving in and out as if there were players to go past. There weren't, but he was enjoying weaving in and out. Right. I mean, we've told him to be direct, but he's weaving. I mean, he scored a good free kick. He gets himself a little bit of a stay of execution. Oh, 3-0. Weaver, big question mark again. Should he be getting beaten from there in that manner? I don't know. I still don't understand how Milton Keynes are doing so poorly in the league when both Isa and Parrott are now on double figures for goals for the season. I don't think Weaver should be getting beaten from that range. Dyche Jr.'s struggling as well. Oh, dear. Right. Let's go back to a balanced mentality. Try and not concede any more goals. So sad. We were doing so well. Hopefully, there'll be money for it. Oh, my word. We're the worst. This might be the worst team I've ever managed at the moment. Can we just watch this on the replay and look at this attempt at a clearance? I love the new animations in the match engine. They really make me happy. Oh, God. Oh, maybe I'm hallucinating from too much cold medication because that couldn't have just happened. 4-0 down now. This is a little bit more like what was supposed to happen in the first match. We've done well to take it to a replay. We've made ourselves a little bit of extra money, but this is now consecutive 4-0 defeats for this team. And I don't really know where we turn things around from here. Keaton Ward, there you go, bursting through from midfield. He might be the answer. Next match, we might be playing with him charging through from midfield like that. This might be exactly what we need to sort ourselves out, especially when we haven't got anyone on the left-hand side. Maybe we even do, and I know it's not like me at all to be fiddling with tactics at the end of an episode, but maybe what we do is something more like this, where he can do that, he can do that, and it's Ward who's in there, and that way he's playing in a position he can actually play. It's a little bit weird and lopsided, but Edmondson's our best defender and can probably come up and fill that gap. We could even make Edmondson a wing-back, potentially, to fill that gap there. Can we put overlap on one side? So, yeah, if we look for the overlap... In fact, we kind of want the overlap on the other side, wouldn't we? Let's not mess around with overlap. We could potentially do that. I think we're going to do this. If you've enjoyed that, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for daily Football Manager videos. And thank you very much for watching.